Hello Wildcats, Ms. Dominguez, your principal. We're back here with another story time. This time we're reading a book called Nobody Hugs a Cactus. And I have Wally, who Delilah seems to really love. She's giving him lots of kisses. And we have some special guests as well. I have Mr. Narwhal. I have, oh, this is from The Mandalorian, and I have Mr. Panda as well. So Delilah has become a superstar overnight. I have lots of comments, lots of feedback about Delilah and how everybody loves her. So let's get started with our book. You ready, Wally? All right, you guys ready? Thumbs up? Yes? Thumbs up. Nobody hugs a cactus. All right. Hank lived in a pot. The pot sat in a window. The window looked out at the empty desert. It was hot, dry, peaceful, and quiet, just the way Hank liked it. Mr. Cameraman, can you zoom in on that a little bit so we can get the pictures? The cameraman's Mr. Landivar, my husband. Alrighty. But every now and then, somebody would interrupt Hank's peace and quiet. "Hi, Hank," Rosie the tumbleweed called out. "Isn't it a beautiful day?" Hank ignored her. He just wanted to be left alone. "Hank's a little grumpy, Wally, don't you think?" "Yeah? Show me how you would be grumpy." "Oh yeah, that's a grumpy Wally." "All right, well, Hank the cactus is grumpy." Did I show you that picture? I did not. I'm so sorry. Wally, there you go. Very nice. All right. "Okay, so long," said Rosie cheerfully, and she tumbled away. Hank was happy again. He's kind of in a little zen mode. Everybody do their zen. He likes to be alone. But just as he was beginning to relax, "Hello," shouted Tortoise. Well, everybody is just coming to visit Hank the cactus, aren't they? Are you grumpy like Hank the cactus, Wally? Are you grumpy? No, you're not grumpy. "Private property," yelled Hank. "Keep out!" The tortoise was so frightened, he hid in his shell. Hide in your shell, guys. How would you hide in your shell? And Delilah's sort of hiding down there on the floor. Hank was still yelling at the tortoise when a jackrabbit dashed by. "Hiya, Prickles," she shouted. "My name isn't Prickles," Hank yelled back, "and stay out of my yard." He shouts like this with the fist. "Stay out of my yard!" Can you guys do that? "Stay out of my yard!" "Tumbleweeds, tortoises, jackrabbits, what's next?" said Hank. Can you see how grumpy and angry this little cactus is? Cameraman, come on in a little closer. He's a super grumpy cactus. You see that, Wally? He's grumpy. Are you grumpy? No. You're a happy wildcat. A coyote came lopping by. "No dogs allowed," Hank yelled. "Ooh, Delilah, Hank wouldn't like you." "I'm not a dog," said the coyote, "and you are as prickly on the inside as you are on the outside." I kind of think the coyote's right. Do you think the coyote's right? Is Hank prickly on the inside and on the outside? Because he has those prickly prickers on the outside of him because he's a cactus, but then he's just so grumpy, it makes him prickly on the inside too. Poor Hank. I wonder why Hank might be prickly on the inside. Maybe He's lonely? I don't know. Before Hank could yell back at the coyote, a cowboy strode past. "Keep off the grass!" shouted Hank. "What grass?" "Delilah, shh." "What grass?" said the cowboy. "Seems to me somebody needs a hug. Too bad nobody hugs Cactus." Nobody hugs a cactus. "Hi," said a lizard. "Who invited you?" said Hank. "And just in case you're wondering, I don't want a hug." "Wally, would you hug Hank?" "Are you a little scared of Hank right now?" Yeah. You want to give him a hug though? You're not sure. What if he needs a hug? What if the whole reason he's yelling at everybody is just because he needs a hug? I'm not sure either. Let's find out. "Well, that's good," said the lizard, "because I don't want to give you one." Then he skittered away. Did I show you the lizard? There's the lizard. Hold on, Wally, I'll show you in a minute. We gotta show our audience first. There you go, Wally. Alrighty. An owl landed on the roof. "If you're looking for a hug," said Hank, "well, I guess I could give you one." Now Hank is wanting to give a hug. I wonder what changed inside of him. Maybe he's feeling lonelier. "Who? Me?" said the owl. "You must be joking." And for the first time, Hank began to feel a little lonely. Poor Hank. How sad. Is that sad, Wally? It's sad. Poor Hank. I feel bad for Hank. The next morning, Hank was feeling more sad on the inside than prickly. Maybe a hug wouldn't be so bad after all. Look at poor little Hank. All alone. Now he's feeling sad instead of grumpy. The wind began to pick up. An old cup blew by and stuck to Hank's face. His arms were too short to get it off. "Oh, great," said Hank. Poor Hank. He has a cup stuck to his face. And his arms are too short, he can't get them off. Can't get that cup off, can he? No. After a while, Rosie came bouncing by. "I'll get it off for you, Hank," she shouted, and she jumped up to knock the cup off Hank's face. Then she tumbled away. That Rosie the tumbleweed, she's such a sweetheart. She's a very sweet tumbleweed. Look at her. What do Hank, let's think about it. Everybody think, Wally think. What do Hank and Rosie have in common? How are they similar? We're just thinking about it. Because I want my students at home to be thinking about it and maybe share their answers with their parents. What do they have in common? How are they the same? And how are Hank and Rosie the tumbleweed different? Let's think. I have some ideas. Do you guys have some ideas? Yes, Wally, got some ideas? You're still thinking. He's not sure. That's all right. I'll give you more think time, Wally, okay? All right. Well, let's continue the story. Pages stuck. Hank didn't have time to thank Rosie. He felt bad about all the other times he'd been so rude to her. So he came up with a plan. Mr. Hank, he's so cute. Even though he's prickly, I think he's pretty cute. Hank decided to grow the best flower that he could and then give it to Rosie as a thank you gift. It took days, but at last it was ready. He couldn't wait for Rosie to pass by again. Look at that. Do you see the rose, the little flower he grew? Who is the flower for? I think it's for Rosie the tumbleweed, right? Yes? Is that right? Oh, okay. Look at that flower he grew. I bet that took a lot of work for Hank to do, especially when he was so grumpy before. When at last she finally did come bouncing back, Hank held out the flower. "Look, Rosie," he said, "I grew it just for you." There she comes. There she comes, tumbling by. And Hank has a big smile on his face. Rosie was so surprised, she jumped up and gave Hank a great big hug. Let's give ourselves a big hug. Love it. It felt so nice. Hank didn't want to let go. And as things turned out, he couldn't let go. Rosie and Hank had become stuck together. Uh-oh. She's prickly and he's prickly, and the two pricklies gave a hug and got stuck. Oh my goodness. But they look happy, don't they? They look happy? They do. But they didn't care. After all, it's better to be stuck in a hug than stuck all alone. Well, Wildcats, I hope you enjoyed this story about Hank and Rosie the Tumbleweed. Did you enjoy it, Wally? Yes, thank you for joining me today. Thank you, Mr. Narwhal. Thank you, Mr. Mandalorian. Thank you, Mr. Panda. And of course, Jessie. And Delilah's over there in the corner. And thank you, Wildcats and Wildcat families. I really do miss you with all my heart, and I'll be checking in really soon. Love you.